Hi everyone. I would like to start our session. This is my first video. I would like to start our session on logistics. So this will be a logistics training. So in the session, we will see these are the contents. Like first one is what is logistics that I will discuss. Then the second one is Incoterms. What is the latest Incoterms that we are using right now? Then third is the type of logistics. What are the different types of logistics we use? Next is sea freight process and air freight process, local import process, then logistics challenges due to the current COVID situation that we will discuss. Okay, basically, what is logistics? In simple definition, we can say it's the commercial activity of transporting goods to customers. Okay, that is from the point of origin till the destination. That is, the cycle is a logistics. Or in other words, we can say it's the process of obtaining, purchasing. Next part is purchasing. First is comes the request, then the purchasing or sourcing of the suppliers, then distributing material and product in proper place and proper quantities. So there won't be any excess or any lesser quantity is also delivered. There can be a forward flow and a reverse logistics also. Means uh, reverse logistics basically means that there can be a reverse, like from the customer again it is coming back to the supplier. That is the reverse logistics. So next we will discuss what are the different types of logistics. First one is inbound logistics. Inbound logistics means it's the way the materials are delivered or brought into a company. Material goods are brought into a company. It may include the steps, that is the process to order, then receive, store and transport and manage incoming supplies. Okay. So one example what we can see about inbound logistics is that it's the like receiving goods or inventory into a warehouse from a manufacturer. And the outbound logistics means it's a process involving storing and moving goods to the customer or the end user. This may include the order fulfillment, dispatching, then like packing, shipping and delivery and customer service related to a delivery. So what example we can say about outbound logistics is that in product which is coming to a retailer from a warehouse or where this inventory is in stock, from that place the material or the product is coming to a retailer. That is outbound logistics. Inbound logistics is until warehouse, and outbound logistics means from that warehouse or distribution center or where that particular material is kept, from there to the retailer. That is outbound logistics. And next is the third party logistics. It's the use of a business or a supplier for a third party to fulfill their needs. That is, business to outsource elements of its distribution, warehousing and fulfillment service. That is completely done by a third party. That is third party logistics. And next is a fourth party logistics. What is fourth party logistics? In that a business outsources its entire supply chain management and logistics to one external service provider. It outsources the entire process to a external service provider. Next one is distribution logistics. It means that it is basically dealing with the planning, realization and control of the movement of goods. Like it's an inter-organizational logistics system where the aim is to make the logistics channel from the supplier to the customer efficient. That is basically it's used to make it a better effective method in terms of the cost and the performance. So the next one basically what we see is reverse logistics. So what is reverse logistics? From the word itself we can guess, like it will be an opposite form of the forward logistics. So what will be that? That is moving the goods from the customers to the sellers or manufacturers. Maybe it can be any due to returns, or it can be for the purpose of recycling, or some extra quantities are delivered. So that is coming under reverse logistics. So what is X works? We will see Incoterms. Sorry, first we will see Incoterms. What is Incoterms? This is very important in logistics. Incoterms, that is, we have to understand Incoterms very clearly, because in our invoice, everything, or quotation, the supplier might write Incoterms like until which point X works, FCA, CIP, like many Incoterms are there, right? So these they will write. So we need to understand actually what are all these. So this is the current updated Incoterms, that is Incoterms 2010. First we will see what is Xworks. In Xworks, the seller will do the packing, rest all will be done by the buyer, that is clearance, transportation, loading, if any insurance is there, everything we have to do. That is, we have to arrange our freight forwarder. Like if they have written X works some factory, their factory in UK factory, means they will keep the material packed. So rest we have to do. That is, we have to arrange our freight forwarder, and they will contact their agent over there in whichever place there. If it's an international, I'm saying, so they will contact, and they will do the further things for the clearance, everything. But we will have to pay our forwarder. That's what is X works. Okay, see, if you see the slide, you can see X works. The buyer have to do the clearance, carriage to port, unloading, everything is done by the, like to the place of destination, insurance, everything that have to be done by the um, buyer. Okay, if it can be, if it's a local, means X work, sometimes their warehouse they might have written, we have to uh, arrange for the collection of the material. That's X works. Next is FCA, that is free carrier, means the seller will keep the material ready by packed, and the export clearance also will be done by the whom, our seller. They will keep it ready, like cleared, they will keep. Export clearance work will be done by the seller. Okay, then next comes the loading, that is carriage to port or export. There you can see it's buyer or seller, that can be changed. It will be based on their understanding, or their conditions, then it will be changed. It can be either buyer or seller. Then the transportation, everything, then import clearance, and unloading, and delivery to our warehouse, that will be done by the buyer itself. Next comes the FAS. It is like export clearance, then carriage and unloading of truck, import of export, that is required, right? That also will be done by the seller. Rest everything have to be bared by the buyer. Next one is FOB. It's free on board. It means until the loading charges, like they will bring it to the port, then that loading charges also will be paid by the seller. That is free on board. That is, they are loading. That also will be paid by the seller. Rest all have to be paid by the buyer. Then comes the CFR. In that case also you can see unloading charges in port of export, like fits in our place. Unloading charges, then carry charges and unloading charges also have to be done by the seller. Then rest all will be done by the buyer. Next is the CIF. So what is CIF? Sorry, I didn't tell the explanation of CFR, right? That is cost and freight. That means the seller will do packing, export clearance, loading, transportation also done by the seller. Okay. Next we will see CIF, cost, insurance and freight. So this insurance, that is the freight, transportation until transportation, then loading on truck in port of import, that is also done by the seller. CIF, that means it can be like CIF Dubai or CIF Sharjah, something like that it can be. So CIF means the freight, everything will be paid by the seller, and loading on truck in port of import is also borne by the seller. What we have, and the insurance also, see, the insurance also will be borne by the seller. And what we have to do, we have to arrange the clearance and the transportation only by the buyer. Okay, unloading and transport clearance have to be done by the buyer. That we cannot directly go to the free like port and do the clearance. We have to customs or whatever. We have to arrange a forwarder for this job, right? Next you can see CPT. CPT means packing everything by the seller. Then you can see until CPT Dubai. It can be like carriage to place of destination. I will explain that. It is yeah, CPT means packing, then export clearance, loading, freight, everything will be by the seller. What buyer have to do is unloading and import clearance. If there is insurance, CPT, in CPT, buyer have to bear. Carriage only is paid by the, and carriage to place of destination, that is borne by the seller. Okay. Next is CIP. CIP, in CIP, just the difference is carriage and insurance also will be paid by the seller. Only the clearance and import, that have import clearance and taxes have to be borne by the buyer. Okay. And next is coming DAP. That is delivered at place. It means that the buyer will bring the material on with insurance until some place they will mention, like some location they will mention. Until that they will bring delivered at some particular place. We have to do the clearance and whatever tax we have to do. Then next one is DDP. What is DDP? It's delivery duty paid. Okay, delivery duty paid means they will bring until our stores, DDP stores, stores or warehouse, whatever, they will bring that material until our stores. Okay, delivery duty, that is delivery duty paid. So I think I have missed one. It's DAT, that is delivery at terminal. It means that the seller delivers the good at some particular terminal that is previously agreed to by the seller and the buyer with paying the insurance. Okay. Okay, so I hope you understand all these terminologies. It's simple. We can check the table. If you want, you can save this table and see what is it all. Okay. This is a different, like I have given a different table, like pictorial representation also. You can check X works like until the seller will keep it ready in their factory. Then we have to bear FCA free carrier. First he will do the carrier like free carrier until the port or whatsoever. FA is free alongside ship until alongside ship. You can check, it's simple. Just refer this picture and you will understand it very simple. Okay.